cereals this month are like for grown-ups.
Yeah, I mean, cereal can be for all ages.
That's true.
Start your day with silly and safe. Start your day with sassy and sage. Sincerely, simply, seriously cereal.
Everyone is welcome here.
Hey,
you.
Let's get this episode started.
All right.
Hey everyone, I'm Maxwell.
And I'm Jennifer, one of Maxwell's moms. Welcome to Seriously Cereal.
Episode number
531.
Thanks, Numpsters.
Seriously Cereal is made possible by viewers like you.
And by Blue Legacy, a volunteer-run nonprofit dedicated to bringing people together.
Find out more at
www.seriouslycereal.org. Thanks, Booney.
If you like to eat your cereal dry, then you are a snacker, like our friend Bowler.
Hello!
Hey. If you prefer your cereal with milk, then you are a spooner, like our pal Spoonie. He's also the director.
Every month we create episodes with a theme.
And this month's theme is
Sorta Cereal! Thanks, Numpsters!
And today we will be reviewing Cinnamon Toast Crunch Iced Coffee.
You know, a lot of the Sorta cereals this month are like for grown-ups.
Yeah, I mean, cereal can be for all ages.
That's true, and I guess back to school time is mostly for grown-ups.
I mean, yeah, I guess so in a way.
Parents know what I'm talking about.
I do not. All right, Spoonie, time to talk. See, even grown-ups sometimes don't understand grown-up references, you guys. I'll ask you later.
Okay.
I like how the can looks right off the bat. Like, very nice way to, like, translate the colors of the Cinnamon Toast Crunch box onto, like, a coffee. It goes well with the purple.
And it says it's Cinnamon Toast Crunch iced coffee made with Victor Allen's, which I believe is a particular brand of coffee.
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
Yeah, you know, that actually does raise a good point, though, because some of these, like, iced coffees, actually, specifically, depending on how much, like, cream and whatnot they add, sometimes they can get a little bit, like, viscous. So I'm hoping that's maybe not the case here, but
Yeah.
It's the word of the day. I'm Sunny, and
Viscous! V-I-S-C-O-U-S! Viscous!
is the word of the day.
Okay, viscous. That means something that is slimy or thick or gelatinous. Ugh, not so cool.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we don't know if that'll be the case, so let's find out more about Cinnamon Toast Crunch Iced Coffee.
Okay, so one can is a serving.
Okay, that's nice.
And the carbohydrates, fats, and proteins in the drink create 100 fuel calories.
Okay, that's pretty good fuel, but what about its turbo boost? Hey, Forkamillion?
Hello there, Maxwell and Jennifer.
Hey, Forkamillion. What's up with the added sugar?
Kiddos shouldn't have more than 12 grams of added sugar each day. Grown-ups can have up to 24 grams. But everyone should be careful not to eat too much sugar, because it doesn't do a very good job of helping us grow and be healthy. This has
14
grams of added sugar.
Thanks, Forkamillion and Numpsters.
Glad to help.
Okay, I mean, that's not really surprising. I mean,
No.
it is coffee. It's got to make it sweet. And it is
Yeah.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch coffee. And,
Yeah.
you know, cinnamon and sugar, so.
Yeah, that's very true. Because coffee doesn't really have its
Hey,
own
Spider.
natural sweetness. So, oh, hey, Spider. Hey, you.
Hey, Bowler, what can you tell us about the cost for this sort of cereal?
What you're reviewing today costs...
$2.88.
And there is...
$1.
serving. Ha ha ha. Thanks for helping, numbsters.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Bowler and Numbsters. Thank you too, Spider. There you go.
Bye, Spider.
Bye. Alright, so this is simple enough. $2.88 divided by 1. Well, that's just one serving, so it's $2.88.
And these kind of canned coffee drinks, they usually start around like $2.47, and I've seen them as high as actually $4.95.
Oh.
So, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty good, I'd say.
Yeah,
Seems about-
I think so. I think
seems
so.
about average.
Yeah, because
Alright.
it's coffee, it's sweetener, and there is actually milk in this. So, yeah.
Alright. Yeah, and perfect timing, Spoonie. It's time to taste.
Thanks, Spoonie.
Thanks.
Okay. Cinnamon Toast Crunch iced coffee made with Victor Allen's coffee.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay.
So this is icy cold. We actually left it in the freezer
Yep.
for 30 minutes.
I don't think it's frozen though, you guys, so don't worry.
Yeah, and I gave it a good shake before we opened it. We're going to split a serving between the two of us here.
I'd say it's a nice, size,
Okay, a little bit more for you.
can. So. And it works out because we're filming this a little later in the day, so this will get me through the rest of my work shift, you guys.
Because you guys understand, for little guys and little girls that don't have coffee, there's caffeine in
Yes.
coffee. So that's why grown-ups are often, I need to have my cup of coffee to wake up,
Yeah.
because caffeine tends to make us feel, it tends to make a lot of people feel more alert.
But you gotta be careful with that, because, that's a hyper boost. So, yeah, I mean, if you think a sugar crash is something, then, this one is yeah. But, okay, it has a very interesting scent. It almost smells like...
It's got its milk added, you
It smells
guys.
like caramel, which I guess that might just be the cream, mixing with
Oh,
slight
yeah,
spice
it
of the cinnamon.
It does smell very caramely.
It's a very dark color, which is interesting. Let me give this a try.
Okay, it is not viscous.
No, it's not.
And so let's start there.
Yep.
It is not viscous. This is tricky for me because I am a coffee drinker. I love myself a nice cup of coffee, but I drink my coffee hot. I even drink hot coffee in the summer instead of iced.
Yeah.
So my taste buds are like, why is this cold?
Yeah. Yeah, I am actually typically the same way, you guys. I don't always have coffee, but when I do, it is usually when it's not okay. When I'm not when we're not going out and we're getting a little treat like a coffee place or whatever. When I'm just having a cup of coffee in the morning, it will be hot. So usually, yeah, but sometimes I do actually have cold coffee. Actually, specifically in the summer, since you mentioned that. And this though is interesting because usually I'm pretty basic with my coffee. Adults, you probably know what I mean there. I just put in creamer, a little bit of sweetener, and yeah, there you go. Not really anything special, but this you can you can taste the cinnamon in here, and it comes through mainly as a pretty decent aftertaste. It's a mild, spicy aftertaste that comes up a little bit after you take a sip and swallow it.
It does remind me
When you're just
caramel.
when you just drink it, it's mostly just kind of creamy, a little bit sweet, so the sugar part. But then there it is. Then it kind of you kind of get a little bit of the spice as it gets further down. That's very interesting. That's very interesting. Like a delayed aftertaste.
Have you guys ever in school done a lesson about the taste buds on the tongue and how certain taste buds taste sweet more than other things and certain ones taste salty more than other things? I think that is a lot of what Maxwell talks about when he talks about at first I get this flavor on the front of my tongue, but then on the back of my tongue I more taste this and stuff like that. That's always been very interesting to me. If I did not know that this was Cinnamon Toast Crunch, I would think that this was caramel coffee.
Yeah, I'd say so. Like a pretty rich caramel, I'd say.
But
It does kind of like bring to mind like molasses.
yeah.
Not in like consistency. Again, it's not viscous, you guys, but like kind of in like taste.
And yeah, because it is sweet. It is sweet.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if my tongue were smarter, it would definitely be picking up on the cinnamon the way Maxwell's is. I think that yes, you can. There's like, you get something that to me tastes like caramel at first, but then there's like a spiciness.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what,
and I'm like, it's not caramel, it's cinnamon.
Yeah.
Because at first I'm like, oh, this is like a creamy, caramely, vanilla.
Yeah, it's like more like vanilla at first, which is interesting because Cinnamon Toast Crunch doesn't really have that.
No.
So it's curious if that's how they translated it over here.
Because it's brewed coffee, skim milk, sugar, cream.
And it's not really bitter, you guys. Like,
Salt.
all the grown-ups out there, I know some of you might not even have your coffee with like sugar or creamer. You just have it, as they say, you have it black.
Yeah.
Like, nothing in it. It's like pure dark coffee. But like, and coffee normally is very bitter, but this is definitely not bitter. And it has no like bitter aftertaste. It's definitely the spice takes the place of that bitter aftertaste.
The coffee itself is it doesn't taste like a very robust coffee. Like, a good coffee to me, before there's any creamer or any sweetener in it, it tastes earthy.
Yeah.
You know, and I really, really like that. Like, I hate to say coffee isn't sweet, because actually in some ways it is. It's just sweet in a different way. Like, people say coffee, and I think Maxwell actually, both of us have actually said this, coffee is all by itself bitter. But a good coffee, of course, will be more earthy than it will be bitter.
Yes.
This coffee, I can't even really feel like I'm tasting coffee.
Yeah, it's definitely. You know what I was saying earlier, guys? Like, would we go out to like a coffee shop and get myself like a treat? Yeah, you guys have you guys ever like do you know someone, or have you heard like the jokes like in the autumn you'll go to Starbucks and get a pumpkin spice latte, a PSL, just to like use an acronym there. An acronym is when you take the first 3 letters of words and put them together, so it's quicker to say. But like that's more like just like a little sweet treat. That's just like a little turbo boost more of an actual like coffee. And I think this is more comparable to something like that. Like I think it's pretty honest about that. You know, it's a flavor that's meant to capture a specific cereal. It's supposed to be something fun. It's like a novelty thing, as they say. It's something that you get not like to substitute your normal coffee, but because it's like something that you're curious about and you like to taste. And yeah, I think it translates it pretty well all in all, but yeah, I do think I kind of have to think a little bit longer.
I
on
need
this.
more time. Yeah.
Well, I think, you know what, in the meantime, I think that it's...
Hi, everyone. I'm Serious Sloth, and I'm serious about 3 things: cereal, music, and animals. Today, we get to see
Starfish!
Let's listen to music and chill with these sweet beasts.
Starfish, the ocean's amazing wanderers. When you think of the word fish, you might imagine something with gills, a tail, and fins, swimming quickly through the water. But here's a surprise. Starfish are not really fish at all. Scientists often call them sea stars because they're actually echinoderms, which means spiny-skinned animals. They are more closely related to sea urchins and sand dollars than to fish. A starfish's body is shaped like a star, usually with 5 arms, though some kinds can grow up to 20 or more. Each arm is covered with tiny bumpy plates and small spines that help protect the starfish from predators. If you touched one, it might feel rough and hard, almost like armor. But the real magic of starfish lives underneath. Turn one over and you'll find hundreds of tiny tube-shaped feet. These little feet don't just help the starfish move. They also work like gentle suction cups, sticking to rocks, glass, or even your hand if you picked one up at a tide pool. The feet are powered by water, not muscles. Starfish actually pump seawater through their bodies to move around, instead of using blood like we do. Starfish are also clever eaters. Their favorite meal is often a clam or mussel. But clams have hard shells, right? So how does a starfish eat one? Slowly and with great patience. A starfish uses its strong arms and tube feet to pull open the shell. Sometimes it takes hours. Then the starfish does something almost unbelievable. It pushes its stomach out of its body and into the clam's shell. The stomach covers the soft parts of the clam, digests them, and then slides back inside the starfish, bringing lunch along with it. It may sound strange to us, but it works perfectly for them. One of the most astonishing things about starfish is their power to regrow. If a predator, like a crab, bites off one of their arms, a starfish can grow a new one. And sometimes, if an arm is cut off with a piece of the central body still attached, that arm can even grow into a whole new starfish. Starfish come in many colors: orange, purple, red, or even bright blue. Their dazzling shapes and colors help them blend in with coral reefs, rocky shores, or sandy sea bottoms. Some live in tide pools, where you might find them during a beach walk, while others live deep in the ocean, far below where sunlight reaches. Even though starfish move slowly, they play an important role in the ocean. By eating clams and mussels, they keep the ecosystem balanced. Without starfish, certain shellfish might take over and crowd out other creatures. Every starfish is part of a much larger story about keeping the ocean healthy and alive. So the next time you see a starfish, think of it not just as a pretty shape in the sand, but as a patient hunter, a gentle wanderer, and a living puzzle of the sea. They remind us that the ocean is full of surprises, and that even the slowest creatures can be truly amazing.
Thanks for spending some time with me and some awesome animals. Who should we chill with next?
All right, back we go. And I do think I have my scores, so...
Me too.
Uh, Fan mail? Thank you, Numbsters.
And thank you. We love hearing from you.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what you've sent in today. Okay. So this is a letter to the whole team from Tao G. Hi, Tao.
Hi, Tal.
And this was through the mailbox on the website. All right. Tao writes, is there a Seriously Serial episode guide? Organizing the episodes into seasons, behind-the-scenes info, your thoughts on the different eras of the show. I would snatch that up. Seriously. See what I did there? Winky face with a little clown nose. I like the choice of emoticon. I still use smileys myself. I mean, emojis are great, but you gotta respect for classics.
Absolutely.
But yeah, actually, Tal, that is a good question because no, there's actually not an episode guide at the moment. But and I had not actually thought about that sort of thing. I'm surprised to hear somebody talk about it. But I mean, what do you think? I mean, this seemed like it could be doable because all our episodes are up on Blue Forge Family.
And I think that would actually be a great reference as well, especially since there was a grant that Blue Forge Group recently got that is specifically focused on creating reference materials. Mm-hmm. So I think, and I guess the thing that I originally just immediately thought of, Tal, was, oh yeah, episode guides. Episode guides used to be so incredibly popular.
Yeah, exactly.
As a matter of fact, Blue Forge, their book division, Blue Forge Press, published all kinds of episode guides, like Pokemon episode guides,
Yeah.
Farscape, Doctor Who,
Yeah.
some Star Trek ones, Red Dwarf, like all these different episode guides.
It's funny that all those shows are like still on like in new ways today.
I think that's so incredible, and I think that maybe episode guides became not so popular because folks could just look stuff up on the internet or at IMDb so quickly. But to be honest, I think this would be an amazing idea. I think it would help us find episodes, and also it'd be kind of cool, like you're saying, the eras of the show.
Yeah.
So that, maybe Maxwell could write a little, essay. I could write a little essay for each of the seasons or the eras of the show. Tal, I think we should do it.
Yeah, I'm down.
All right.
I think the only problem is that because we had to re-upload all our episodes on Blue Ford Family when we shifted everything over.
Yeah.
A lot of the earlier seasons, before we started really tracking the episode numbers, a few of them are going to be out of order. Like, I've organized the playlists into the order that we published them as best as I could remember, but I'm sure there's a couple of them that are like out of order, like maybe specifically the very first ones with with me, Faith, and Brianne, before we even had studio lights or anything.
Sure.
Like when we were just starting out, and we had that very nice classical music opener.
Yes, and you know what? Yeah, what I loved it is that I was just looking at that opener the other day, and it was like this very serious classical music, you guys, and then it says seriously serial, part this, part that, part this, but entirely serious. And that's why the music was really serious. And then it goes, just kidding. We laugh a lot too.
Yeah, which is true.
I think that it would be kind of cool, actually, in the little essay or the intro that you write for that era, you could talk about that exact thing.
Yeah.
And I could talk, and I could, like I said, I'm not saying Max has to write everything for the episode guide. I could write a little thing and talk about why we decided to split into 2 YouTube channels, because I think a lot of folks, they build up one channel, so that they can become a YouTube partner and all that kind of stuff. But because that's not really how we're using the platform, we just want to make sure that all the episodes are available somewhere that is completely free and available, almost worldwide. So I think that would be really cool. That little behind the scenes, like you're saying. Oh, Tal, we're going to do it.
Yeah.
So this, I guess, is another great project for 2026. So that means we're talking about an episode guide, a serial detective chapter book, and a seriously serial adventure deck.
Yes.
That will be playable with the cards, the character cards that come with the minifigure or with the bobblehead figure. All right.
Thank you so much for your suggestion, Tal.
That is
I would not have thought about
fantastic.
this. This is it's cool to know that there's still people who want to see this sort of thing, because I would love to make this type of thing. And you know what?
Yeah.
Speaking of things that I think everybody wants to see or hear, I think that I know my score.
Okay, I definitely know mine.
All right.
Cool.
Okay, Spoonie. Time to score.
All right.
Let's find the average score. Jennifer gave this a 1. Maxwell gave this a 3. 1 plus 3 equals 4. Now divide the total by 2 because there are 2 hosts. 4 divided by 2 equals 2. That's the average score. Thanks for watching, everyone.
Did you know that everyone who makes Seriously Serial is a volunteer? We are. And you can support the show at seriouslySerial.org.
And we love hearing from you. Go to seriouslySerial.org and use the mailbox button to send us a message, and we might read it in a future episode.
You can find new episodes of Seriously Serial every Saturday morning on YouTube, on public access television stations, and at seriouslySerial.org.
See you next time.
Bye.
Start your day with silly and safe. Start your day with sassy and sage. Sincerely, simply, seriously serial.
Everyone is welcome here.